This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. We're at the press conference here for No Ifs, No Buts, joined by Liam Smith. How are you, mate?
Good to meet you.
All good, all good. Yeah, what did you make of that press conference today for the rematch?
Nothing like, you know, it was what it was. I was happy to be getting my point across to Liam rather than, you know, getting the point across over social media. It's a little bit easier to tell the people here rather than, you know, put it in a tweet or, you know, an Instagram post, so to speak.
I wanted to pick up on some of the things you said in that press conference. Obviously, one of the main things is that you're suggesting that Liam Williams has no heart, or there's a lack of heart there from Liam Williams. Yeah. Do you want to elaborate on that?
I just think he's got quit in him, and it'll always come out. The minute the chips are down, it'll always come out, and, you know, he showed it there, and he'll show it again. So I just think a better Liam Smith will bring that out in him.
You said in that press conference as well, you believe that he allowed Gary Lockett to pull him out of that fight.
Yeah. No, I just, you know, he might have a bit of art. You've seen with the KUGAN fight, he has a bit of art there. But like a bully, when he couldn't do what he done to KUGAN, to me, it's different, and I think that shows. And, you know, I think, as you say, he let himself be pulled out. He was happy to be pulled out. You know, there's been times, you know, you'd argue. There was not one argument with him. You don't know how bad your cut is, KUGAN. You can't see your cut. Now, after me, I was baffled by what he's saying. What couldn't you see? Your eye went swelled shut. So what do you mean you couldn't see? A bit of blood in your eye. Everyone got it. Said to Tommy Ward, he was cut against Jazza. Did blood go in his eye? He openly said, yeah. Blood goes in everyone's eye, and you're a cut round the eye. It's bound to. But you don't quit. Certainly not in what was, you know, basically a world title fight. He'd have been sitting here world champion now. If he would have carried on, and if what he says was true, he could have pissed the 9 minutes and whatever else. He'd have been world champion now, but, you know, obviously I know different. I know he couldn't have pissed the 9 minutes. I know he wouldn't have got through it, and, you know, I'm massively confident I would have changed the fight and stopped.
Watching back the moment that involved the head clash, watching that back now on TV, obviously when you're in the fight, there's a big difference from actually watching it back on TV. What did you make of that, watching it back? And how does that look to people? Yeah,
obviously, you know, it looks intentional. I couldn't even tell you whether it was or it wasn't. When I was in the fight, it was, you know, let's say the adrenaline's high. You know, it was a big part of the fight. Obviously, round 9, but again, the fight being stopped has killed me as much as it killed him. You know, it took away, from my point of view, a very, very good turnaround in a fight that I was awful in. You know, a fight that I couldn't be no worse in. I still turned it round, you know, made it into a bit of a dogfight and stopped Liam Williams. So it kind of denied me a good win also. You know, because regardless of the cut, even if he never got cut, I was confident of stopping him. Do you know what I mean? I knew the wheels had fell off him, and I knew he was starting to, even like the round before, I knew he was, you know, distressing. If you have a look when they brought me to the doctor, I turned around and I said to him, look, you're fucked. He's leaning on the ropes with his 2 arms on the ropes. You know, I was confident the fight had changed, but regardless of that, again, I said he boxed well early on, but I can name you 10 British light middleweights who could have outboxed me then for 7-8 rounds. You know, it didn't take a good fighter to outbox me on that night.
Are you discrediting your own performance there in the first 6 rounds, or are you discrediting Liam's?
No, because that's why it was so... That's why it was so comfy for him to win the rounds as clear as he did, because he boxed very well for Liam Williams. Everyone went on about how well Liam Williams boxed, so obviously he hasn't boxed that well before. So I think Liam Williams has boxed well and I've boxed bad early on. So that's why I think the round was quite clear that he was outboxing me. But again, it didn't take a good fighter to outbox me on that night. I can name you 10 British light middleweights now who probably would have been outboxing me on that night.
Obviously, John Rawlings mentioned this in the fight, halfway through the fight. Is there no point in that fight you thought, I am in a bit of problem here, or not? You thought that you still could take control of the second half?
I just thought, I'll wait. If you have a look at everything I said before, it probably looked like my plan was that fight in general, to start that slow and come on strong later on. Obviously, I'll come on strong regardless because I know I'm fit and I know I'm strong enough to do that. But I still wouldn't plan to start like that, KUGAN. You know, that was not... I didn't have a choice in starting like that. It's hard to get across what I mean. You're flat, no matter how much I try and be quicker, no matter how much I try to be sharper. It was gone on that night, down to you know, make him wait. So I obviously have to turn it into a fight and walk and make it into a fight, and that's what I've done. Regardless of the head clash, it was, like I said before, you're gonna get wet, you're gonna get cut, and you know, cut on the eye with 3 rounds to go. He spewed it. You can beat around the bush, you can sugarcoat as much as you want, whether it was head or cut, elbow or kick. He got cut on the eye and he spewed it.
You sparred Liam Williams, you've now been in a fight with Liam Williams. Going into this rematch, can you afford to give him that sort of start? I'm not saying from your end giving it to him. No, he's not going to look at it like that.
Again, what I'm going to say to you again, I will never be that bad again. But personally, I think, you know what, I could start that bad again. I never know he's going to spew it once I come on strong later on. I just think if that's in him, it'll come out in him. And the minute it gets a tough fight, he'll spew it. So, you know, from my point of view, I just think, no, I'm never, I can't be that bad as long as I do the weight right. I can't be that bad again.
Obviously, weight-wise, you've addressed that situation and said that it wasn't done ideally for you this time round. Obviously, you're quite a few weeks away out from the fight now. It will be done differently. I'm assuming you're going to tell me anyway.
Yeah, obviously, I think I do the weight right. Obviously, you've got 10 weeks to go. No matter what, I'll be fit. I've never not been fit. I do the weight right to start sharper. You know, obviously, what Williams done well was down to how slow I was. You know, it was jab, lay back, making me fall short, and then counter, and that was good on his behalf, but quite easy to do. So I just think as soon as I stop him doing that, then I think I make him fight earlier on than he wants to fight, and you know, I think as soon as the wall's coming on him again, he'll probably do along the same lines as he's done then.
Was there other options for you, fight-wise, or was this the only one really since that original fight that
It was the one I got on less than a week later to Frank.
So no time to really...
Yes, no. And I said I'd have had the fight July, August or September if it was Williams, because we were both cut. If the cuts were going to come, they would have come open again. But if it was me and him again, I could... You know, we're in November now, we've wasted, what, 5 months when we could have just fought September.
Will we see a conclusive end in this fight?
100%, yeah. 100%, yeah. Yeah, we will.
Obviously, Frank dangling the Miguel Cotto.
Yeah, obviously he's dangling that because Cotto's champion. Obviously, I know, you know, that's probably a long shot from happening. He wants to fight December. Me and Williams are not going to fight December, obviously. We fight November, so. But he's got the title, and if he fights December, then after that he gives the title up. So you know, the winner's going to become champion, or you know, fight the next in line for that title.
Obviously, let me ask your opinion about CANELO and GGG next week. Opinion on that?
You know, a boss fight, an unbelievable fight. No result will surprise me, but I'm just slightly edging towards CANELO. I think CANELO's better than him in a number of departments, but now I think he's size-wise, he's big enough to, you know, hold it a little bit and absorb some of Golovkin's punishment and some of his pressure. So I'm edging towards CANELO.
I was expecting you to say that.
Was you? Well, why was you expecting? No, but that looks like, yeah, but that looks like because he's beaten me, I picked him, but I never, because even after, probably one of the interviews with you, after I boxed him, I still fancy Golovkin. And I always said Golovkin beat him because he's too big, too strong for him. But just now, even after the Chavez fight, I think he's big enough. You've seen the size of him, KUGAN, he looks massive. He's about that wide from the side. And I just think he's big enough now to you know, handle what Golovkin will bring, you know, especially later on. I could be wrong, and it wouldn't surprise me if I'm wrong.
Either way, I don't think anyone would be surprised with this
definitely
outcome.
Not. But I think CANELO will be winning, even if he gets stopped. I think he'll be ahead on scorecards.
Just finally, in the head-to-head there, we heard some of it. We heard you calling Liam Williams a shitbag, but apart from that, we didn't hear much of else what was being said between
again,
the two.
I just said your cut looks bad because it doesn't. It doesn't. It's a normal scar on his eye. And, you know, he was away a couple of weeks after the fight, and his cut was fine. I've got you know, my friends took a picture with him for a joke and sent me it, and you know, my eye was a lot worse than his weeks on. But again, I'm baffled by it, you know, all the things. He had surgery. What surgery did he have? Stitches? What surgery did he have?
I don't know how many.
What surgery? No, He got stitches, but what surgery did he have? Stitches. Stitches of surgery. You know what I mean? They went on like he had skin grafts off his feet and everything. You know, people just look way beyond it. You know, the biggest reason the fight ended.
Okay. Have you got anything else you'd like to add? No?
No, Jimmy.
All right. Well, listen, Liam Smith, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV, and I'm sure we'll catch up with you ahead of November the 11th. Let me just quickly ask you, how do you feel about fighting in Newcastle first of all?
I'm happy. You know, we've been here a few times. My two brothers have fought here. Obviously, I think the arena's a top arena. I've got friends of friends who are from Newcastle, so you know I'm happy. I'm looking forward to it. There's been a good reaction to it on social media. So it's I'm happy it's on in Newcastle now, but there's a reason it's in Newcastle. Just leave you at that one.
All right. Elaborate on that anymore?
No, just there's a reason it's up here in Newcastle, and it's it's not it's not an ideal venue for either of us, is it really? And let's have it right. If I lost that fight, I'd have been going to Cardiff now for the rematch. But there was only one of us who massively wanted this rematch.
Okay. Liam Smith, thank you very much, and yeah, we'll catch up with you soon.
Thank you.
What's up, man?
All right.